it's Özlem from Istanbul. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Thank you, I'm fine too. I will start to ask questions from the very beginning, if you're ready to. You are almost at the beginning of your career, but you already took 2 lead roles and played other movies highly anticipated, and you are now playing a character that everybody knows. Did you ever imagine your future is going to be like that?
I mean, no, in a lot of the sense, you know, I grew up in a small city in Australia called Perth. And although music and acting were things that I loved and things that I've always done, I didn't necessarily know it was a tangible career or something that I could even do as a job. So to be able to do this just feels incredible. And it's something I'm very grateful for. And it also, in a way, though, it feels like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm just happy that I can be here doing it.
We saw Nimue before as some kind of evil witch, your character. Cannot say totally evil, but she was opponent to the other characters. Are we going to see your Nimue's transformation as much more an evil person?
I think that's a question for Tom Wheeler and Frank Miller. There's definitely, I think, a lot more journey for her. You know, we've really only just seen the tip of the iceberg with this first season. And I think the magnitude of a story like this and also the world that we've created, it's only just the beginning. So it would definitely be interesting to see where she goes now after the story of this first season.
For the centuries, the legend of the sword told us this is a man's tale that women are only takes part of as a sidekick or in supporting roles to the main lead. But this story came with a different perspective and lead character. Do you think is this the result of our centuries women uprising?
I definitely think it's helped, you know. I mean, the reality is that women have always been heroes. We just haven't been recognized. You know, we've always been capable and achieved things, but we haven't necessarily been allowed to be seen to be achieving, if that makes sense. And I think, you know, there's been definitely a lot of progress in terms of being aware and seeing the importance of representation. And that goes for all things, you know, whether that's gender or sex or race. It's important, especially as a storyteller, to be telling stories that apply to people. And women make up for more than half of the world's population. So it's even more so important that their stories are told and that we can see ourselves in the roles that we are, which are heroes alongside being mothers, daughters, fantastic people, what have you.
Okay, my last question. If it would be possible to look your character as a person from outside, I'm saying for the first season, of course, what kind of advices would you give to her?
I probably just want to give her a hug. You know, I think Nimue is one of these people who she has been so isolated and sort of, you know, ostracized her whole life that I think it makes her feel like she has to hide and she gets in a way, I think, quite nervous and restless with herself. And I feel like she also has such a beautiful and kind heart because she does understand that deep sadness and what that feels like. So I just want to give her a hug because I really want to see her bloom and open up. But yeah, I don't know what I would say, but I definitely give her a big hug and tell her, you're okay. You've got this, girl.
My first question is, you have played in many roles in TV shows before this project. However, this project allows you to present yourself to audiences all over the world. How do you feel about this?
Part of me is slightly shaking in my boots because it goes, Netflix have such an amazing reach. They get to, you know, this comes out in 190 countries. And so that alone is amazing. It's just so, it's a different way of TV. And so it's incredible. I'm really excited. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity, really. I can't quite believe it.
For you too.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice.
Without spoiling anything, you could give us some information about your character, Igraine. What is the base of your character in the story?
So my character, Igraine, she is this fearless woman that we meet in the nunnery. She's incredibly mysterious. There's something to her that is yet to be uncovered. I think I've said fearless, but she's incredibly loyal. She's decisive. She knows what she wants, and she really believes in right and wrong at her core, you know, and she wants to look after people, essentially. And so that's as much as I think I'll say, if that's okay. I'm scared I'm going to spoil things.
Okay. Did you take any inspirations from characters in cinema and television history in addition to this historical dam of the story for your character?
Yeah, I don't think I took as much inspiration from anything like a TV show or like someone else's performance or anything, but I definitely read King Arthur, you know, Thomas, I don't want to say Thomas Mallory's version, but I loved reading about it. And I also watched like really interesting documentaries about debating his existence and things like that I thought was really fun. And it's an interesting way to bring it away from the myth side of things. So I thought that was really cool. So I guess, yeah, in terms of watching something, documentaries maybe. Yeah, I don't know if that, yeah.
Do you agree with the idea that the classic version of the legend is hiding female characters that are very important to the story? This is a criticism of feminist forum for this story. You know, the current audience's wishes are different in regards to the gender identity and equality on any show right now. Can Cursed meet today's audience's expectations, do you think?
Honestly, that's such a great question. I 1000%, I know myself being a woman, like reading the script, I was blown away by how well represented women were, how well represented people of color were. It was really exciting how well represented the LGBTQI community was as well. Like there's so many things that are covered in this, and it makes a tale that is rooted in ancient history really enjoyable and modern, you know, as all the renditions have done. You know, they're all so great and entertaining. And so now it's time for our one, which is just a little bit different. And so there's room for everyone. And that's what I love about this, is it doesn't shy away from any of that. And yeah, I just think Tom and Frank are great, like full stop.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your wonderful questions and your time.